I know that with all of the holidays and the things coming up, it can be so easy for my husband and me to miss each other. And it is so valuable for me and for him to make a point to keep connected. It just changes everything. It makes everything better. Every event is more fun. Everything that we do is better when we are connected. Hello, my friend, and welcome to Rejoicing in Motherhood. I'm Kirsten Vossler, a mom of 10, and I love being a mom. I am here to encourage, inspire, and equip you to thrive in both motherhood and in life. While I love being a mom, I also love being a wife. My husband and I have been married for over 17 years, and what a joy and a privilege it has been to be married to this amazing man. I know that a lot of you are married too, and you're raising children together. And I know that it can be a struggle to stay physically and emotionally connected with our husbands when life is super busy, either because the holidays are here, or because our lives are just busy in and of themselves, or because we have a lot of little children. Maybe you have a brand new baby. There are lots of reasons that we can get disconnected from our husbands. And so today, I want to talk a little bit about some really simple ways that we can stay connected with our husbands, no matter what the circumstances are. There were many, many years in our marriage because we started having children right away when we had tiny little kids and we didn't have a big budget. And so the beautiful advice to go on a date every single week did not work for us. Now, perhaps you are in that same era of your life where the budget just won't allow it, or the babies just won't allow it. I just want to encourage you that even if you're not able to go on a date every single week, your marriage does not have to suffer. You can still have an amazing marriage and an amazing connection with your spouse. So what are some ways that we can purposely be connected to our husbands? Well, first, don't overlook just the simple little things and the simple little moments throughout the day. My husband and I work together at home now, but for most of our marriage, he worked away in an office. And one of my favorite things to do would be to just write him a little text sometime at random during the day, once or twice a week, and just say, "Hi, I love you. I'm thinking about you." Didn't require a reply. It was just a way for me to connect with him and for him to know that I'm thinking about him and I love him, and I just wanted him to know that. There is something so beautiful about just those little moments. I mean, how many times have you gotten a text or a note from a friend or a loved one? And just that, "Hey, I'm just wanting you to know I'm thinking about you. I love you." That brings so much joy and love to our hearts. So that is a really easy way to stay connected with our husbands. Just send him a little text. Send him a little note. If you make a lunch for him, write a little Post-it and just say, "Babe, I love you. I'm thinking about you today." Put it in his lunch or stick it to his computer. I've also had times when my husband would travel, and every once in a while when he did that, I would take a little stack of Post-it notes and I would write little love notes like, "I love you. Have a great day. Can't wait to see you when you get home." And I would just stick those at random throughout his clothes in his suitcase before he left. Are those big, important things? No. But sometimes those tiny little moments can be so special. Another really important way to stay connected to our husbands, especially emotionally, but this also relates to the physical as well, is to quickly forgive and release any grievances that we have. You know, our husbands are working really hard. We're working really hard. It can be so easy for the enemy to try to slip in little lies or little disagreements or things that make us feel a little disappointed about our husbands, and to try to trick us into believing those and trick us into thinking that they're more important than really are. The longer that I've been married, the more I have noticed and recognized that the things that used to bother me so much and I would get so irritated at and be so frustrated by, as I've gotten older and as I have matured in my marriage and in my relationship with my husband, I've recognized that a lot of those things really didn't need to make me upset. And I was upset because I was taking them on and making more out of a gesture, a word, a look than I really needed to. So I want to encourage you that in your quest for connection with your husband, that any of those little things that come up, that you release them quickly. And the Lord is so faithful and so kind to helping us do that. He is able to heal any places in our hearts that are hurting, that are feeling sad, that are feeling lonely, any of the things that are bothering us in our relationship. Jesus can, and He can heal those places. So when there are disappointments, when there are unmet expectations, when there are little disagreements, take them to the Lord. He will comfort you. He will love on you. He will help you to forgive if you need to do that. So be quick to forgive. Be quick to let those grievances go and move forward in your relationship. Before we go on to the next one, I want to tell you about a really special thing that's going on right now at Rejoicing in Motherhood. The Rejoicing in Motherhood membership community is currently on sale for 30% off of your monthly membership. The regular price for the membership is $24 a month, and this sale brings it down to just about $16 a month. So I would love to have you join us. You can avail yourself of that discount by using the code HOLIDAY at checkout. Just go to kirstenvossler.com/membership and use the code HOLIDAY at checkout. kirstenvossler.com/membership. This deal is only good until November 30th, 2025. So be sure and go ahead and do that. And this could even be something that you could tell your husband, hey, for Christmas, I would like to join the Rejoicing in Motherhood membership community. This is a great group of women. We are meeting together on Zoom. We are in a private Facebook group together where we can encourage one another on a regular basis. And I'm also doing teachings and trainings that are specific to the group. I have such a heart and a desire to see women connected and in community. And so this is where we're doing that. So come and join us, kirstenvossler.com/membership, and be sure to use the code HOLIDAY. And now back to our episode on being connected with our husbands. A really important way to be connected to our husbands is physically. I'm going to talk about this in several different stages. So first of all, don't devalue the little touches, the little connection points that you can make during the day. Just putting your hand on his shoulder as you pass him as he's sitting in a chair, rubbing his back, giving him a back scratch, running your fingers through his hair. These are all beautiful ways to just be a wife. Remember when you were dating or when you were engaged and how incredibly special even tiny little touches, brushing his arm, holding his hand, those things do not have to go away just because we've been married for 5 or 10 or 15 or 20 or 50 years. Those things don't have to go away. I love holding my husband's hand. And so oftentimes when we're walking somewhere together, I will just get up by him and I will hold his hand, even just for a couple of minutes. And it's just a way that I'm showing him, I am with you. I am here for you. And we can stay connected by these little physical moments. I know this is not for the men, but I love it so much when my husband reaches out to me and wants to hold my hand, or he comes up behind me when I'm making dinner and he gives me a hug around the waist. I love that. And so I know also that he loves and receives love from me when I make the effort to connect with him physically. Giving kisses in the kitchen. Let your children see you make out a little bit. It is so good for them, and it's kind of fun to embarrass them a little bit. Now, one thing we're not going to do in front of our children, but is so important for our marriage, is to not miss out on physical intimacy. Now, I know that there are many times in motherhood where we moms are touched out. We have been nursing a little baby all day, it seems like. We're probably very tired. There are so many excuses that we could make for not making time for physical intimacy with our husbands. And yet, that is a precious time, and they need it, and we need it. There are multiple studies, if you like studies, done on how beneficial it is for women to be physically intimate with their husbands. It is actually good for our hormones. It is good for our stress levels. Everything is better when we are engaging in regular physical intimacy with our husbands. It is truly a gift from God. If it doesn't feel like a gift right now, I would encourage you to just ask the Lord to help you change your mind and talk to your husband about it. Perhaps there is a time that's not bedtime that would be a better time to make love together. Sometimes you might just need a few minutes in between mom time and wife time. If you are just kind of burnt out from momming all day and you want to be in the mood to be a wife and have physical intimacy with your husband, but you're just feeling touched out and like you need to even just like reconnect with your own self, instead of telling him, no, I'm too tired, or no, I'm touched out, tell him, babe, I love you and I want you. I need to take just a few minutes to get ready and just recenter myself so that I can be 100% for you. Then go slip into the shower real quick or take a little bubble bath for 5 or 10 minutes. Just calm yourself down. Don't scroll on your phone. Just relax yourself. Get yourself back into that soft, available mood. And just taking a few minutes to do that, maybe put on some nice lotion or some perfume, brush your hair, bring yourself back into connection with the wife that you are. Taking just a few minutes to do that can be absolutely transformational. And then when you go into your husband, he will be ready for you and you will feel at peace and you will feel excited for what's coming next. So don't miss out on physical intimacy just because you're tired. Now, obviously, there are times just after birth, newly postpartum, that's not on the table, but there are other ways that you can connect. Spend some time just sitting close together, lying in bed together, cuddling together. Obviously, if you've just had a baby, you're not able to go all the way, and that's fine. But be sure that you're still taking the time to physically connect with your husband, because men need that. They are hardwired by God to be physically attracted to their wives and also to need that physical connection. And finally, stay connected to your husband with your words. Just saying to him, surprise him at random with an, I love you. I'm so glad I married you. I love being your wife. Boost his ego a little bit. Our husbands need that from us. Your husband needs that from you. He needs to know from your lips that you are so excited to be his wife, that you are in love with him, that he matters to you. God has built our husbands to be able to withstand pressure and stress outside in the workforce, in their job, in everyday life. He has created and designed them for that to be good for them. But when they come home, they need a soft place to land. They need a place that is made for them. And we get the privilege of designing that. And that doesn't mean that we need to be making our house a museum. It doesn't need to be extraordinary. It is most important that we are there for them emotionally and that they know, because they can hear it with their ears, they hear our voices say it, and they know that our bodies are responding to them, and they see us making the effort to connect with them. That is going to create such a beautiful environment for them to be able to be their true selves and to be able to respond to us in a way that we also desire. My friend, I hope this has been encouraging for you today. I know that with all of the holidays and the things coming up, it can be so easy for my husband and me to miss each other. And it is so valuable for me and for him to make a point to keep connected. It just changes everything. It makes everything better. Every event is more fun. Everything that we do is better when we are connected. So I hope these ideas are really helpful and encouraging to you. I would love it if you would go ahead and leave a 5-star rating and review wherever you're listening to the podcast. And if you're watching on YouTube, that you would just leave me a little message in the comments. Let me know what's the area that you feel like you want to work on this week in staying connected with your husband. The beautiful thing is, all of these tips can be implemented right this minute. It doesn't take a budget. It doesn't take a babysitter. You can implement these tips no matter how busy your life is and how many tiny babies you have. They're all possible and they're all doable. My friend, I bless you today with creativity and with love. That the love of Christ would just shine into your heart and that it would spill out over to your husband, that your heart would be so full of love for him and that you would be able to express that in a way that would connect you two like never before. Blessings, blessings. Remember that the Rejoicing in Motherhood membership community is open and it is on sale for 30% off through November 30th. KirstenVossler.com/membership with code HOLIDAY. And also while you're there, you can grab a free holiday planner. I talked all about this last week, but it is available for you on my website, KirstenVossler.com/holiday. Or if you just go to the website, there will be a pop-up there that will allow you to find it as well. So friend, I hope you have an absolutely wonderful week. God bless you, and I will see you again very soon.